After giving instructions, I carry out a hypnotic induction. But before terminating the hypnotic session, there's a long pause or a blank section left on the tape so that you may either rest or record some of your own suggestions on the tape. Whilst you're listening to these instructions, I'd recommend that whether you're sitting or lying down, that you make yourself at ease, you relax, and you breathe a little more deeply than usual, just for a minute or so. This is a very helpful preliminary to a hypnotic induction. In this recording are hypnotic suggestions of a helpful nature, including suggestions that if you wish to be able to do so, you will be able to create the trance state in yourself at a later date without the help of this recording. To enable me to hypnotize you through this recording, I need your full cooperation. By which I mean that if you don't cancel out my suggestions by mentally resisting them, then I have your cooperation. It's optional whether you do cooperate, but no one can make this decision but you, and it's a wise decision, for there's everything to gain by doing so. The time taken to hypnotize people varies, but everyone will benefit by listening to this recording again and again. It's not necessary to wait to get into a deep hypnotic state to receive the benefit of hypnotic suggestions. So every time you listen to this recording, suggestions will get through to your unconscious mind and will affect you. Part of your cooperation is to help them to take root, to strengthen and stimulate their growth, and not to speculate whether they'll work or not. Even if you felt that you weren't responding in the beginning as well as you wanted, if you don't resist, but mentally cooperate by listening, right away from the first sessions, I will be getting suggestions through. And if you endorse those suggestions, it's as though you were letting me take you by the hand and guide you from the levels of auto-suggestion or self-suggestion down to the deeper levels of auto-hypnosis or the hypnotic trance state. If you wish, you need not bother about learning self-hypnosis, but just listen now and again to this recording as a mental tonic. Now, one other point is what you would expect to feel like. Now, let me make clear, you will not go unconscious. You will feel detached. You will feel remote. And this feeling will become more pronounced. You will know for quite a while what is going on outside, but you will become more and more unconcerned. But if someone were to knock at your door, or, for example, the electric current were to go off and the machine were to stop, the part of your unconscious mind which remains as a sentinel will arouse you. It is a state like being awake and asleep at the same time. Your own mind will protect you, just as if you were asleep, a window broke somewhere, your unconscious mind would immediately arouse you, tell you, because it remains as a sentry. In just the same way, whilst you're in a hypnotic trance, your unconscious mind will protect you so you can feel perfectly at ease on that score. Your attitude towards this recording is all important. I have no desire to dominate you, but only to make suggestions which will benefit you. But I want you to say to yourself, these suggestions are going to work. These suggestions are going to help me. And if you will adopt that attitude of mind, then we can go forward to the creation of this trance state. Now, I want you to look straight ahead, either at the ceiling if you're lying down, or at the wall if you're sitting in a chair. And you're going to notice now that a desire will come to swallow. Just think of your tongue for a moment. Let it touch your teeth. Without opening your mouth, the tip of your tongue touch your teeth. And the impulse to swallow is going to get stronger as I'm talking. After a while, you find it becomes irresistible. Now, I'm going to carry out one or two little drills, building conditioned reflexes, and the purpose of these conditioned reflexes is to help in the creation of the trance state. Now that impulse to swallow is going to die. It's going to go away. It's going to fade. You're looking straight ahead. I'm going to count. When I get to 3, I want you to let your eyes close and let them remain closed until I say open. 1, 2, 3. Your eyes close at 3. Now open them. Again. 1, 2, 3. Closed. You're sitting or lying with your eyes closed. Open them. We repeat this several times. 1, 2, 3. Close. Open them. Now the next time I do this, you're to leave them closed, and I will continue counting, that you will rest, that you will start to drift down, to sink down, nearer and nearer the hypnotic trance. Again, 1, 2, 3. With your eyes closed, you simply listen to my voice. Now I want you to move your right thumb slightly so that you feel the sensation of where it is touching the fabric of clothes, or wherever it may be resting. And listen to my voice as I count 4, 5, and as I continue talking and counting, a number of things will happen. You will notice your breathing will become deeper. I count 6, 7, 8. Presently these changes will occur. There is no hurry. As I count to 9, 10, you will notice a heaviness in your hands, your arms, your back, and your shoulders. So I count 11. You're resting. You are resting. Quietly and easily resting. So I count 12, 13, 14. Slowly, gradually, you're sinking down nearer, nearer, nearer the trance state. No noises will worry you. You don't think, don't analyze, push from your mind any thoughts. Listen only to my voice. The reason we are doing this is because you are going to alter. I want you now to direct your attention to your left thumb. Move that very, very, very slightly. Then forget it and listen to my voice. The reason we are doing this is because you are going to learn to relax, to let go, to sink down. It is a pleasant tiredness, and you will surrender to it. Listen only to my voice. You are going to alter. And the alterations are, you will be able to concentrate. Your mind is going to be clear. You will think with clarity. You will remember. Your memory will be better. And all the time I am talking, you're sinking down further, further, further. When you relax, when you lie down, you submit yourself either to this recording or to suggestions of your own. You will get rid of tensions. And all the time I'm talking, you're sinking down further, 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 nearer and nearer. The strange, hypnotic sleep. You're sinking down further, sleepier, sleepier, sleepier. And you'll just go on resting, sinking down further, 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 further. You'll notice sensations of heaviness all the time, growing slowly, imperceptibly, gradually, making accessible sources of strength, so that your confidence in yourself, your faith in yourself, in your own ability to do things will be strengthened, vastly strengthened. You will be surer of yourself than you've ever been. And because of this, you will understand people better. You are going to alter. And the alterations are that you will be more competent, surer of yourself, more faith in yourself, and all the time you are sinking down further, further, getting sleepier, sleepier. Every time you listen to this recording, You're going to sink deeper and deeper into this trance state. In a few moments, I shall stop speaking, and during the silence, you're to let your hopes or wishes come into your mind and to form themselves into words. Whether you call these hopes, prayers, wishes, suggestions, if you're sincere, and these desires are for your own good, they will exert a powerful influence by being put into words whilst you're in this trance state. Now you can do this yourself. And I'm going to leave you for a short period to make your own suggestions during this period of silence. Now, in a few moments, I'm going to start to count. I want you to get ready to rouse yourself. I'm going to count backwards from 10 to 1. And when I get to 1, you will open your eyes and you'll be wide awake. You'll throw off all feelings of heaviness, and in every way you will feel better. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open your eyes. You're wide awake. Open your eyes. Wide awake. Now, I would recommend that you play this recording. Play it again and again. Listen to it regularly. With repetition, listening to it will make far-reaching changes. Ultimately, the object of hypnosis is to gain more control and not to surrender completely the control that we have. Temporarily, that I take you by the hand and I lead you and show you how you can do it yourself. Now, in conclusion, will you please turn over to the other side? This part of the recording is devoted to one of the traditional methods of bringing about the trance state. This is by deliberately surrendering your mind to the insistent rhythm of the African drums. To do this, sit or lie down comfortably relaxed with your eyes closed. During this session, I shall add a few suggestions to deepen the trance state. There is also a short period where the drums fade out, and during this silence you can either rest or make suggestions of your own. I would advise that you resist the temptation to go off completely, but that you use this trance conditioning session to enable you to go as deeply as you can without actually losing consciousness. You can also use this session to repeat suggestions to yourself in rhythm with the drums. In a few moments, you will hear the sound of the drums beginning. So will you now close your eyes and forget everything else as you listen to the rhythm of these drums. Time. You listen. You're sinking down. Sleep here. Sleep here. Sleep here. And easily. Start resting. And as the sound of the drums becomes fainter, there is a period of silence which follows, in which you can rest. If you wish, you can make suggestions to yourself by letting your hopes, wishes, and desires express themselves in words silently pass through your mind as you rest. You are developing the ability to impress thoughts, suggestions deep to your unconscious mind. Now the drums start again. Then afterwards they will fade out. You You can either go on resting, or as they fade out, you can count backwards from 3 to 1, and at the 1 you would be wide awake. This is a suggestion which you will give yourself, whether you continue to rest or whether you decide to rouse yourself. You are gaining more and more control over your mind the whole of the time.